When she's not donating money to fund research to find a vaccine for global pandemics, Dolly Parton has also been known to write a song or two. Hi, I'm Tony from Songwriters Chop Shop. According to her father, she was writing songs before she could hold a pencil. So let's take a look at three staples that have been in Dolly's songwriting since the beginning: rhythm, rhyme, and a whole mess of universal emotion.
I was writing songs before I even remember. I was just able to rhyme. Mama was always fascinated with my ability to rhyme.
Dolly wrote her first song when she was around 5, called Little Tiny Tasseltop. It was about a doll she made from a corn cob. And even here you can see her aptitude for internal rhyme with assonance and alliteration. Assonance is the use of vowel sound repetition within a lyrical line. And here we get the repetition of the is sound: little, silk, big, and the I sound in tiny, eyes, smile, and the ow sound in brown and how. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds like tiny, tassel, little, love. And this technique is something you can see in some of her biggest hits. You can literally pick any Dolly Parton song at random and see this technique at work. Let's have a look at Jolene. First of all, we have that E vowel sound that's in Jolene, and we see it in beauty, beyond, ivory, and green. We have the R sound in beyond, compare, locks, soft, cannot, compete. And we see alliteration in words like beauty and beyond: skin, smile, soft, summer. But what does this internal rhyme do for a song lyric? Well, it makes the lyric cohesive, feeling like all the words fit and work together. Plus you have the repetition of sounds, so using this type of repetition actually makes the lyrics more memorable. Not to mention easier to sing because you have to reshape your mouth less, and easy to sing means easier to sing along too. Even though Dolly started playing guitar at age 7 and is a multi-instrumentalist, she doesn't depend on having an instrument around to write a melody. As long as she's got rhythm, she's good to go.
Songs when I don't have my guitar, you know, I beat around on the dashboard of my car when I'm riding around writing songs. But then I have a little rhythm that we can do with these acrylic nails. Can you do that?
Yep.
Oh, good. You want to play a little song for them? Get up close to your microphone. We're mic'd right down in here. Get up close to it. Okay.
That's cute.
Can you hear that?
See, we did plan this, but we didn't know how it was going to sound.
Well, we were
Sounds
planning
real
to see if
cute.
we could do something like, Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Play it, Patty.
And this is more than just a gimmick. Dolly has revealed that her famous acrylic nails played a huge part in writing the hit song 9 to 5.
I didn't have a chance to get my guitar, go back to the trailer all the time, so I would just kind of roam around on the set, watching everything that was going on, and I would take my nails, you know, because with acrylic nails, it makes like a percussive sound. But anyway, it sounded like a typewriter too, so I just started to write little words and things that I would see and things I would think that would fit with that day 9 to 5 job, getting up and making your coffee, stumbling to the kitchen and all. So then I'd go back at night into my hotel room, put those things down. But I did that over a period of time. So I have a credit on the back of the album that says Nails by Dolly.
Hitmakers the Bee Gees used to come up with vocal melodies like this all the time. Singing out melodic ideas backed by just rhythm allows you to focus on creating a strong melody that feels good to sing. And if it feels good for you to sing, chances are it's going to feel good for the audience to sing. When you combine that with the internal rhyme technique, it's no wonder Dolly has produced so many hits. But these techniques alone can still leave your song falling flat unless you add the secret sauce that connects with people: emotion. One of Dolly's songwriting superpowers is how her songs connect to so many people. This stems from her ability not only to tell a good story, but to see the universal truth in her personal experiences and express them through song. Something she seems to have learned from her mother, who introduced her to the heart-wrenching storytelling kind of songs Dolly is known for.
Mama used to sing all those old songs brought over from the old world. But Mama was a good singer too, and she would just sing a cappella all the time. And so many of those songs were sad, and as I say, some of them just plumb pitiful. But I remember many songs. There was a song she used to sing called Bury Me Beneath the Willow. It was about a girl that was going to get married and her boyfriend left her at the altar or whatever. So she died, of course. Those old songs were just amazing, though.
At around the age of 8 or 9, Dolly wrote the song Life Doesn't Matter Much to Me after overhearing her mom and aunts talking about young men who had been killed in the war.
So I was making up songs about whatever was around the house, or whether it's about the animals or stories I would hear them talk about, soldiers getting killed and all these heavy romances, even when I was just a little kid writing all these heavy-duty stories. But I just love to write. I like to create.
This kind of empathy has allowed her to step into other people's emotions and given her the ability to connect with a wide audience. Looking at the lyrics to that song, you can also see Dolly has 2 other powerful songwriting tools mastered. 1, she brings the listener immediately into the middle of the drama by quickly setting up the scene and laying out the emotional response to the soldier's death. Songs are short, so every second and every beat counts. Starting your lyric at the point of high drama is a great way to make an emotional impact from the get-go. And the second technique, a strong conclusion. A well-written song always gives the audience an emotional journey. Songs like Any Well-Told Stories have a beginning, middle and end. Dolly ends the song with a twist that was foreshadowed in the first verse, when the protagonist takes her own life.
I see things happen to other people, and I think they don't know how to express how they feel, so they're depressed or they're sad. So I write songs for them as well. But there's just something about writing songs. It's just kind of like my personal time with God. You know, I don't need anything other than just me and whatever instrument I'm using at the time. It's my quiet time. I just go into that little zone, and I just feel like I can express myself in ways that I don't need a doctor for. I don't have to have therapy. I can just kind of sing it all out, write it all out.